Okay, hi everyone. Yeah, I'm back again. Farmer Dom's here. I'm gonna take this mask off. I'm about 10 feet away from our photographer here. So I'm gonna take these things sometimes are very hard to work in the field with. Just want to give you guys a little bit of an update. We did a little video last week on blossom end rot on tomatoes, which is phenomenally bad this year. You can see what's happening in the rows here. I don't know if Michael will take a shot. There's a lot of stuff that's wasted. We're harvesting this field. The harvest is poor, but it's still good considering the weather and what we've gone through for the season. Because we have complete fields with losses, these are some of our better fields. We are harvesting. Hopefully they're going to hang in there. What we're harvesting is good. The bad ones are on the ground. This is the stuff I told you guys about last week, the blossom end rot. They got to come off. They come off the plant. Okay, there's your blossom end rot, and there's nothing we can do about it. We can't sell that tomato. There's a lot. This is a much better field. We're going to do a couple of fields today. This is the Romanella variety. This farm is really doing well considering. We have the other farm that I showed you the other day. It's completely wiped out. We're going to go do the Samarsano too. There's quite a bit of waste there too, probably a little more than this one. But they're coming out. They're getting some good stuff off those fields, so we can't really complain, like as far as those fields go. At least they're giving us some yield back, as we need to recover some of the losses in the other field. This is the whole idea about this, is try not to lose a lot of money here. Or else what's going to happen is we're going to have to change things the way we do things next year. We can't keep losing money. People want to eat at the right price. We need to get the right price. So it's going to be a tough year for everybody, but we're trying our best to be very competitive on what we do. Remember these plants, if you can see here, if Michael takes a shot, this has been picked through already. The bushels are in the field. And this is, we don't spray our tomatoes to ripen. The plant is still green. Here's the next session. It's coming. It's getting a little yellowy there. That's going to ripen. This tomato plant, these plants are actually pretty damn good. We're going to do some pretty good picking here in the next week. So I think we're going to do all right, especially with this field here. It looks pretty promising. But we don't kill off our plants. A lot of the stuff that you buy that sometimes are cheaper in the supermarkets, they're commercially done. They are sprayed to ripen. And we don't like doing that here. We like to do it naturally. And this is one of the years that you can do a lot of things with the heat because it's there. The only problem is it's giving us other issues. But the problem is if you let these ripen naturally, you're going to get proper sugars in the tomato. Even though that's green, it looks greeny outside, but the sugars are already in there. And right now the finishing off will be in the next 5-6 days, and this will be red. So when you naturally ripen tomatoes, if you can see that inside there, okay, that's orange inside. That's naturally ripe. I could take this off the plant right now, take it home, put it on my kitchen counter. Probably 3 to 5 days, this will be really dark red. It'll be nice in my salad. Okay, but we like to leave them on the plant to ripen because the sugars, it's much better. When you make your sauces, especially sauces, you need the sugars. Okay, and that'll preserve, that's part of your preserving operation, because if you're high in sugars and not in acids or water, okay, your jars can last for years if you don't use them up. You don't have to worry. I've kept jars 4, 5, 6 years and never had a problem. Not one of them break, and it's all because of the quality of tomatoes. That's what makes the difference, guys. And plus, this year is very dry. We've had a dry season. We just got we got 4 inches of rain here the last 4 days. But you can see what we do here. We grow them on raised beds. I don't know if you can see that. It's raised. We didn't raise them that much this year because of the drought, but we did raise them. We never know when you're going to get a storm and flood these tomatoes out. So when they're on raised beds, they're also growing in a dry matter here. So the beds are dry. They're not sitting in water. We don't irrigate them. Well, these are on clay soils, guys. This is clay loam. You can see that. This is all natural. Look how nice and rich that is. Okay, and that's where you get your flavors and your sugars from. Okay, that's what we do here. Our melons will reflect a beautiful taste when we grow them on these clays. Amazing flavor, naturally. We don't add anything to make sugars or to make taste. Okay, this comes from our soils. And that's what I want to give you guys an update. We might be a couple of dollars more than everybody this year on tomatoes, but you know what? We need it. We need it to do these processes properly. We don't want to spray these chemicals on there that actually ripen tomatoes. I don't believe in it. I don't think so. If I need to do that, then I'll buy my tomatoes, make my $5 and sell them to you. This is the way I was taught to do it, and this is the way it should be done. This is how nature pretended to do it. So look at our plants. Our fields are still green, but our tomatoes are ripening. That's a good tomato. When you eat this tomato, you have taste, you got sugars. Here we are in one of our other fields. This is Samarsano tomatoes. The other ones were Romanello. As you can see, what's happening, this is the blossom end rot. This is the first pick out of this field, so you're seeing a lot more because they're taking them off the plant. It's better for the plant. The energy tries to go to the greener tomato. You take off those sick tomatoes and do better. You can see how much we're actually wasting. There's a lot of work here. So this is the problem with picking by hand. We don't chemically ripen them. Again, we displayed how green the field is. Beautiful. Okay, that plant's still pumping energy and sugars into the tomatoes, and that's what we want to see. So these are naturally ripened, and they got to find. So you got to turn the plant over, and we have the waste. If the waste wasn't there, it'd be a lot easier to fill bushels up. But it is what it is this year, guys. We can't do anything about it. I just want to show you some plants here. Michael did take some shots, but you can see what's happening. These are the blossom end rots. Okay, we got to take this off. This is not a good tomato. This is not a good tomato. Okay, there it is. There's your blossom. This is a different tomato, so it's got a different thing, but that's the same thing. It's blossom end rot. I can't sell those. They're garbage. Okay, and there's a lot happening this year. But what we're harvesting, okay, just want to show you guys. And it takes time to do this, and this is why sometimes these summer sanos are, they're a slower ripener, and they got more problems than the other. They're more expensive even than the Romanello. But there's people that prefer this tomato over the other. They say they're sweeter, they're whatever. But that's a preference between other people. But yeah, that's what we do here. That's your summer sano. That's your small summer sano. It's a very nice tomato for sauce. Okay, so that's what I just wanted to show you guys, an update on this other variety of tomatoes, because I just want to show you that it's all the tomatoes. It just depends on some, like I said, some varieties are handling better. That other field was doing much better than this one. We know this one. We've seen these problems in this one over the years, over and over. It's almost time to eliminate this variety because of the massive losses on these tomatoes. It's just not worth it. It's hard to get your money out of it, and that's just what we try to do. We need to get our money at least back for our cost of input. But that being said, we'll have tomatoes. I think we'll be able to supply. The price might reflect what we're doing. That's the only thing, guys. So you know what? Bear with us. This is a tough year for everybody due to COVID, and the stores aren't opening up the way we are. Our market is not open like every other year. We got barriers between people and us, a plexiglass. We need to protect our workers. Our workers are our first priority here, and our families are, and we need to protect our customers too. So, when you guys do come in, please have a mask on, and we will sterilize your hands, and hopefully we can do some buying and some looking at products like the old days. But it's not going to be the same. We don't want people touching all our stuff like before. It is what it is, guys. We're going to enforce our rules because I think it's really important to protect everyone and everybody, including ourselves. So just an update, guys. So take care.